Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has addressed Parliament with his latest Closing the Gap speech, reflecting on Australia's progress and the ongoing challenges in bridging the divide between Indigenous and non-Indigenous Australians. In his speech, the Prime Minister acknowledged that Australia's history is complex, deeply layered, and interwoven with stories of resilience, survival, and achievement. However, he pointed out that the annual Closing the Gap report continues to highlight areas where significant disparities remain. Mr. Albanese opened by recognizing key figures in Indigenous affairs, expressing his gratitude for the dedication and commitment of Senator Malarndirri McCarthy, the Minister for Indigenous Australians, and her predecessor, Linda Burney, the member for Barton. He also acknowledged the essential role played by states and territories in delivering critical services that directly impact the lives of Indigenous Australians. The Prime Minister extended his appreciation to the Coalition of Peaks, led by Pat Turner, for their ongoing efforts in driving change. Their work, he stated, is crucial in ensuring practical partnerships that lead to real and lasting improvements. Mr. Albanese took a moment to reflect on two significant anniversaries in Australia's history. On Wednesday, the nation will mark 60 years since the beginning of the Freedom Ride, a pivotal moment in the fight for Indigenous rights. Led by Charles Perkins, this historic bus journey through regional New South Wales exposed the widespread discrimination faced by Indigenous Australians. It was, the Prime Minister noted, a turning point in Australia's collective self-awareness and a catalyst for change. Then, on Thursday, Australians will remember the 17th anniversary of the formal apology to the stolen generations, delivered by then Prime Minister Kevin Rudd. Albanese recognised that while some considered the apology controversial at the time, it ultimately became a moment of unity, a national catharsis that held the promise of a fresh start. Both anniversaries, he stated, serve as reminders that the nation must continue to learn from past injustices to build a better future. Despite Australia's efforts to address these historical inequalities, the Prime Minister was candid about the latest Productivity Commission report, which presents a mixed picture. Of the 19 key targets set in the National Agreement on Closing the Gap, 11 have shown improvement. However, only 5 are on track to be met. This, he stressed, is a stark reminder that while progress is being made, it is not enough. Today is about facing up to what's not working and learning from what is, he stated. The success stories in this report have been written by Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people themselves. He emphasized that his government is investing in partnerships that create meaningful, long-term change. This includes funding for essential services such as medical facilities, safe housing, and clean water, basic rights that too many Indigenous communities have gone without for too long. He also underscored the importance of access to real jobs and economic opportunities, highlighting that empowerment comes, in part, from financial independence. At its core, Mr. Albanese argued, closing the gap is about fairness, the very foundation of the Australian ethos. Every Australian, regardless of background, aspires to the same fundamental things: a healthy family and a safe home, an education that unlocks opportunities for the future, access to affordable healthcare and medicine, a sense of security, justice, and fairness, a connection to community and a say in shaping their own future. These are not luxuries, he said. They are basic expectations. No Australian asks for more, and no Australian should settle for less. However, he acknowledged that for many Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Australians, these opportunities remain out of reach. It is this ongoing inequity that the Closing the Gap initiative seeks to address, and while progress is being made, the road ahead remains long. The Prime Minister concluded his speech with a call for unity, urging Australians to work together in achieving true reconciliation. There is no ethos more fundamentally Australian than the fair go, and closing the gap is the greatest fair go of all. As the nation reflects on past milestones and the work still to be done, the message remains clear. Only through continued partnership, respect, and genuine commitment can Australia move towards a future where every citizen has an equal chance to thrive. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on stories that matter. Until next time.